Everybody, welcome back to TekWarfare, episode 63 with me, Sid, and at the end of the last stream, pardon the tree, last stream we decorated the two rooms up in the main keep, and we made this area, this little dock area down from here, and started work on the lumberyard over there. Now there's still work to do here. We need to change out some of these blocks, we need to landscape this area, get some foliage down, get it all done. But what I want to do today is finish off this entire area around here, including replacing that block that damn Enderman stole. And if you didn't see the footage from the live stream, I ranted a little bit about bloody Enderman pinching my blocks. So yeah, that was the thing. Anyway, I finished this off. This is, I say finish off, it needs a bit of decorating around. We're going to maybe put a few bits and pieces around here. That seems to be a butterfly trap. But you can't deny that that is working and doing its job. And what I want to do around here is build a lumberyard with, similar to what we did in the side there, but just put a few samples of lumber stacked up and landscape this. Now, what I would like to do, if I can find the relevant bits, is let me grab some of that and just convert half of that over and get my thing. So the first thing I would like to do is make a fence, and the best way to make a fence in my experience is to start off with some, well, there's two things. We're going to need you, and we are going to need probably, I think if I just take about 8 of those, that should be enough. Yeah, we'll do them all, it doesn't really matter. And well, I don't know why I moved that. And we'll strip these logs back. Ow. Get those in stripped form. And then we are going to take the entire block. That should all be there. So that will do, I think, as a fence post. And if we were to, how's going to be the easiest way of positioning this? If I were to come in here and get some of this and go, what, that's 3, 6, 7, that's 8. So that's 4, that's 8. So there. So we can just basically get down a post and up. Oops, hello. Did I just, no, I did that. Okay, I got away with it. So that would be our starting position. And again, we can take that and we can pop one there, maybe have a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's do that to 6 actually. Oh, gonna sleep. This area is not safe. And we can basically get some posts in. That will give us a, it's a screen really to angle off from this thing, and from there we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, we'll go to there. That's fine. I may put some more in while we're doing it, and then this will come all the way over to perhaps. Oops, hello. Let me get that out. Think. Take those two. Take that out. Replace that with that. We'll leave you there. Take those two out and replace them with that, and that would make a good point to put the last post. Now, what I may do is move that post up to the wall, but maybe not. Who knows? So in this case, what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's an awkward one. We'll stick it there. Again, it doesn't matter too much if they're not absolutely perfect. And then around this side, if we kind of carry it on, it's going to be there. That's okay, that's fine, we can work with that. So there, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and maybe just bring it around like that. That's probably as good as anything we're going to get on that. Now, the other aspect to this is, of course, going to be the vertical planks, and this is where these come in. So what we're going to do is we'll grab a few of these. We'll pop them down, get the pieces here, and we can take this and start off with, we shall I think we'll actually put this up a bit from the bottom. In fact, let me just undo those. Let's put it 2 up from the bottom. On the bottom, this is the bottom edge. Obviously, when we come to do the next one, it will be solid, and so on and so forth. And I think I'm going to make it 1 thick for now, and there is a reason for this. Do I want to make it 1 thick, or should I make it 2 thick? That butcher had better not be doing the same as it did last time on the stream. We can live with 1. That's just been clumsy with his butcher's hatchet. Appears to be okay. Now, no, I think actually no, we'll keep it 2 thick. I was thinking about putting some rails, some support rails into the back, but I think that might be a little bit too much. So we can take that, and obviously we can take this and we can replace that one and that one, and that one and that one and that one, and the corner ones we're going to have to do separately. We'll make up these, and we'll take it, I think 3 high will be good, and I think that will be a reasonable starting position for our fencing. So let me get a little bit more of this kind of built up. In fact, there is a way, there's a trick we should probably use here, which is if we do that and then we come around here and we make it additive, then we just take out the ones we want. So again, that one and that one, and similarly on that corner piece, and then that will make life a little bit easier for working on these corners, I think. Probably. And we'll take you out, and then we can grab, well, we'll just take the actual blocks, I suppose, and we'll do connected material and take that off and that off, and there we have our piece. So we've got that to do, and then we have got the act of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now if I've done that correctly, that is, yeah, so we can basically copy that and make this go the way we want it. So we'll take that and that off, and that off, and we can take this and basically copy that. Now because I'm going to need quite a bit of this, I'm just going to plop a few blocks down and maybe a few more on this side. Our bag should be able to cope with a few blocks of that, and then we should be good to just do that, and then obviously go into placement mode, and from there it's going to be a matter of extending this up 2 or 3 blocks, and world should be good and happy. So let me get that done and I'll be back in a second. Alright, that's a very simple fence done. I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do when chisels and bits is no longer a thing for me. Obviously, as long as 112 is still a thing, then chisels and bits will always be an option, but I'll miss it. I know that much. Anyway, let's get rid of you for the time being. Let me have a little cough. and get rid of some of this, but keep hold of that for a second. So the next thing we need to do, I think, is probably just relocate all of this out of the way, because where it is, it's in the way, and we'll just pop it all over in here, I think, for the time being. It's as good a place as any. And I may even put a crafting bench in here permanently, because it's the kind of thing. Oh, I wish they didn't join though. That's damned things. We'll do it the old-fashioned way then. We'll hide it in the floor. That always works. There we go. And yeah, get rid of that. Right, so this area here basically needs to be turned into a work yard for logs. There's a few things I need to go and get stock item wise, inventory wise, and I need to also grab a few other planks, so I'm going to take this one with me. Sorry. Evenness must be preserved. So I'm going to go and grab a few bits and pieces which we need decorative wise. We're going to kind of do the old usual random spread of blocks in here, bit of podzol, bit of, just stuff, and we'll start stacking up logs. But I need to get a stock of the items I need. So yeah, well, I know I could have used my rocket, but let's just launch myself from here. It's just as easy. It's probably easier, to be fair. And there we go. And yeah, I'll pull some stuff together and be back in a second. Alright, so first thing, as per usual, is rip out the whole load of dirt and leave a few grass blocks in, as again, per usual. Until we've got, all of the dirt out, and we can then start replacing it with chiseled dirt blocks to give it that kind of worn-in workshop look, workyard look even. As per usual, this is not the most entertaining, or it's actually quite tedious. If I'm honest, it's tedious. It is a very, very tedious job, and it needs doing, but it doesn't make it any less tedious. So yeah, I'm going to rip out a whole load of dirt. Back in a sec. Alright, well, that is that. That's the usual stuff that I do. Nothing fancy. It is, I believe, all lit correctly. So ignore that under there. It's the lighting algorithm just gets that wrong. It can't cope with it. There's a few blocks around here, so it's kind of extended the lighting out on this side, on the other side of the fence as well. So that's all good. So the next thing to do is, well, get rid of some seeds, and let's start off with, I suppose, an oak pile of, we need got them, we need a pile of those as well. So if I just come over to here, for example, and we'll do, no we won't, we'll do maybe this kind of thing. So 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and 1 2 3 4 5. And these will probably be a bit more uniform than the other ones. Oops, that was not intended. Let me put that back. Boop. And of course, the other thing we have to be aware of is we are going to, illuminate some of these areas. So what we are going to have to do is fix that. Now in a few places it also won't work very well just because there's not a lot of space there, but I didn't bring any glowstone with me, and that's something I'm missing. Right, I need to go and grab some glowstone, and then we'll use that same trick that we use for the dirt just on the logs. It's pretty straightforward. We'll pile up lots of different logs in the area. I brought pretty much everything we're producing, and then it's down to landscaping really, and that will hopefully be that area done until we start on the boat, which we're going to put in. I haven't decided exactly. I think I'm going to have to deepen all of this to make the boat work, because 3 blocks isn't going to hack it. So that's going to have to be some work that gets done. But right now I just need to go and sort some glowstone out. I shall be back momentarily. Alright, we've got a lumberyard. It still needs some detailing, and all of this needs working out. But what we've got a bit of every log. It's a very cliched design, you know, ties, using rails as ties for logs. I have tried the 2 particularly tall logs, the jungle and the amaranth. I've made longer, so these are 7 rather than 5 long, but you know, I'm not going to worry too much about that. So at this stage what we need to do is start getting some more decorative bits and pieces down. Now I do need to get rid of all of the chisels and bits. I've also tidied up my my inventory just a smidge. Let me get rid of those and that, and pick that up somewhere as well. And that's done with. Now I did bring these. I did bring a selection of these, which I just thought was kind of interesting in their own right as blocks. Now, oh, and I also brought those, which might help. Maybe this doesn't really join there though, does it? Hang on then, let's just have a look, see whether we can use these anywhere. Again, this is just how to start getting a little bit more pizzazz and detail on here without having to go, you know, absolutely mad. Oh God, I'm going to pick up a whole load of crap, aren't I? Yes, of course I am. It doesn't matter. We'll live. It's not like I can't chuck it straight into the sorting system. Sun's going down. We probably should need sort out a sleep. We have of course got these, so we can pop these around just near the entrance, that's the kind of thing. Maybe even just a chair for these aren't DecoCraft. Let's take that out actually. We'll just pop a chair in, have a quick snooze. I've had to go and deal with 2 members of the community who are so imbecilic that they can't even actually manage to feed themselves. That hasn't joined, which is a good thing. So maybe even one of these just over here, and then what I thought, if they do join, damn you, is I thought we could stack a few of these frames about as if these were somewhere, but I'm kind of running out of space now, so maybe not actually. Sometimes you have to know when to stop. I think that's as valuable a lesson as knowing when to start, to be fair. We do need some bony meal. What we're going to do is, just over there, we're going to pop a couple of trees outside of the harvest area. I don't know whether I can get in. So, and again, they don't have to be anything fancy. It's just a tree, just to kind of break up this area a little bit, and you know, take away. What did I pick up there? More things that I don't really need. Okay. But get a tree in here and it will break up this area just a little bit, I think, and get a little bit of foliage down, I suppose, just so when we're looking over here. Now that doesn't want to be, I don't want to see those, but obviously if we can get if I can get these areas just a little bit more decorated, that kind of works. And I really do need to get rid of some of this dross. I almost had an accident when I started cutting that, because I completely forgot that the damn stuff explodes. Yeah, that was not entertaining. We can get a little bit of this up in here, I suppose, just to add to a bit of the detail. Again, I don't want to go mad with some of this stuff. There are other items we have that we can, spam around a little bit. I mean, we could stick a little bit of some of these accent blocks in as well while I'm thinking about it. We've got, I don't think I've got any mud or anything left, have I? No, I've actually used all that. But we have got some shrooms. We've got a few glow shrooms. We've got some fungi. We've got those, and we've got that. So that should give us enough to get this bit kind of, messed up a little bit. So let me do that, and I'll be back in a second. One of the things I really dislike about Minecraft is how fragile shears are. One of the blocks that gets a hell of a lot of use, certainly if you're doing anything with leaves and sheep, but mainly, to be fair, leaves. And that's barely done, like, well, what you got? 2.5 stacks off of a set of shears, which really is a bit pathetic. Now, one of the things I do like with cyclic, for example, is that there is in cyclic obsidian shears, and they obviously last a lot longer. What I'm curious though, because I need the shears for the next bit of the build, by the way, decorating up there. What I am actually curious about, I'm also curious about if I can just find a dirt block somewhere, just go and borrow that one perhaps. There we go. To fix that Enderman hole that I've just... 2 Enderman holes. Hate them. With a passion. Oh, and even then with a passion. Look at that. Damn vandals. So what I'm curious is, if I were to put Unbreaking 3 on a pair of shears, would that in fact be worthwhile? Mending, I don't see the point. It's 2 pieces of iron. But Unbreaking 3, that might work. Allow me to go and find a relevant tool, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, I think as an experiment we can safely say that Unbreaking 3 shears lasts considerably longer than shears without them. I mean, we kind of expected it to, and the leaves in my inventory are all from these shears. It doesn't include the ones we harvested before, so yeah, definitely worth the cost of putting 3 levels of experience into it to make the shears last considerably longer. Now, I don't know whether it would be worthwhile putting mending on them or not, to be honest. That's a kind of an odd one. But you certainly have to admit that that is a reasonable investment in, time and effort. And if I take my tools back now, I can put I did. Yeah, I've just managed to shuffle my thing. Yeah, that's going to be a bit awkward though, isn't it? I don't think I've got any space or wiggle room in there at all. I mean, I can get a little bit more of those out and we can dump those. Ah, there we go, that'll work. Yeah, do that. Bang. So, armed with all of this lot, then we can start actually landscaping all of this up here. Now I'm going to do some non-standard trees. I might even do another willow tree or two just overhanging over here because I think they look quite nice. Back up here I think we're going to do some more popular kind of trees, and we'll throw in a few others, and we'll try and make this place look a little bit more worn. I'm going to need a few bits and pieces. I know I haven't got a huge, actually no, we've probably got slightly more than I think we have, so we should be good. But the sun's going down, so what we need to do is decide exactly what I'm going to do where, and I think the first instance is going to be get rid of a little bit of this. That's probably a good first move, and then we should be able to grab that willow and some dirt, and we can maybe put a willow tree here, maybe about there perhaps. That would work, I think, and then another one, say there. 2, 3, 4, like that, about that high up I think. So we're going to need that. We're going to need some bony meal. Fairly certain I left some in a box somewhere. I know I've got bones, I just wonder if I've already got any in bone meal form. It does not look like it, so sorry, my voice just cracking there a little bit as well, just for good measure. So we should be good to plonk that there. Give that a little bit of a poof, like a so, and then have a quick snooze. That always sounds like a good idea. I don't know whether I'm going to put a huge amount more leaf. Oh, that's not right. I'll undo. That is not a sleeping bag. That's a sleeping bag. But it doesn't take a great deal of effort to throw those in. I'm going to have to move those boxes as well. So yeah, we'll get that done, and I shall be back in a second. Alright, we are drawing to a close on this area, other than the boat, if and when, well not if, but when we get around to making one. I'm always, I love building boats. Boats in Minecraft is fun, but they are also incredibly difficult, and so consequently I tend to kind of, like most people, you know, shy away from them a little bit. Have I got any mileage? No, I don't think I have. However, we can now take a step back and let's just try and get a feel for what that is looking for over there. Looking like over there. Can I stand? I presume I can stand on the top of a bamboo ship, but I think we've managed to capture something there. We probably just need a little bit of something there. That's looking a little bit bare. I've still got bone meal, so that's fine. We can just come down here and get in with that a wee bit. Now, yeah, let's just go and borrow a little bit of bamboo, the old bamboo. Well, need choppy chop, chop. I think that's actually we'll take another one because we can always grow. This stuff's brilliant. I've come. Obviously, this is not native to this version of my. I didn't want to do that version of Minecraft, but who cares? We'll be pop in a little bit, not too much again, just a bit there, there perhaps, and maybe just there. Let's just give them a little bit of a helping hand. Just to get them kind of started. And let's head back on over and see what we're like. Now, as I say, we're definitely going to have to deepen this harbour. This is not deep enough to take any kind of serious boat build. Let's just hop and there. But yeah, I think we've got something. I'm really pleased with it, and like being completely, utterly pointless. This serves no purpose. This is purely decorative, and it kind of hides to a degree the mess of farms going on back there, and you know, it's yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's fire off a quick F2, call that thing, and I think that is that. Now, what I'm going to do next episode, I have got, honestly, well, next stream probably, is I've got no idea, but we'll come to that when we get there. Any suggestions, you know, please feel free to drop me in the comment. As ever, all comments and feedbacks absolutely welcome. And until next time, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.